A single lie, spoken in the depths of the Indonesian jungle, wiped out $3 billion. It wasn't a sudden market crash or a global recession that caused this financial devastation. It was the calculated deception surrounding a supposed gold mine, a story so audacious it captivated investors worldwide, promising unimaginable riches. The Bre-X Minerals saga, a Canadian company, began innocently enough in the early 1990s. Its primary asset, a gold exploration claim deep within the Busang region of Kalimantan, Indonesia, an area known more for its raw, untamed wilderness than its mineral wealth. At its heart were several key figures: David Walsh, the ambitious founder; John Felderhoff, the chief geologist whose reputation would later be shredded; and Michael de Guzman, the Filipino geologist on the ground, whose role remains shrouded in ambiguity. Initial drill results from Busang were modest, barely enough to excite even the most optimistic prospector. But as 1995 turned into 1996, something shifted. The reported gold assays began to climb, then soar, defying all geological probability. De Guzman, the man overseeing the core samples, claimed to be extracting unprecedented quantities of gold. The narrative spun by Bre-X was tantalizing. Busang was not just a gold mine. It was potentially the largest gold deposit ever discovered. Word spread like wildfire. Investors, hungry for the next big score, poured money into Bre-X. Its stock price, trading at pennies in the early 90s, rocketed to over $200 a share, transforming a small Calgary company into a market titan. Pension funds, mutual funds, even sophisticated institutional investors clamored to own a piece of Bre-X. The promise of Busang was too compelling, too grand, to ignore. It seemed everyone wanted to believe in the dream of infinite gold. But beneath the surface of this glittering narrative, subtle anomalies began to emerge. Some geologists noted the samples from Busang seemed almost too uniform, too consistently rich, raising faint, unsettling questions. In March 1997, the dream began to unravel. Freeport-McMoRan, a major mining company, agreed to a joint venture with Bre-X and sent its own geologists to verify the Busang deposit. This was standard procedure for such a massive deal. Before Freeport's independent audit could be completed, Michael de Guzman, the crucial geologist, tragically fell from a helicopter in the Indonesian jungle. His death, officially ruled a suicide, immediately cast a long shadow. The details were murky. He had reportedly left a suicide note, but its contents and authenticity were questioned. The circumstances of his fall, high above the dense, unforgiving canopy, seemed almost too convenient, too final. Weeks later, Freeport-McMoRan released its initial findings. Their independent drill core samples from Busang showed insignificant gold values. The mother lode was, in fact, barren. There was no gold. The revelation hit the market like a meteor. Bre-X stock plummeted, wiping out an estimated $3 billion in market capitalization almost overnight. Investors lost fortunes. Retirement plans vanished. The investigation that followed uncovered the truth. The gold samples from Busang had been salted. This meant they were tampered with gold flakes from other sources, often river gold, added to barren core samples to inflate results. The method used was meticulous and systematic, involving the strategic insertion of gold into specific parts of the drill cores. It was a sophisticated operation, designed to deceive even experienced geologists. Who exactly was responsible for the salting? While Michael de Guzman was the primary suspect due to his access to the samples, the full extent of the conspiracy, and who else knew, remains a subject of intense debate. John Felderhoff, the chief geologist, was charged with insider trading and issuing misleading press releases. He steadfastly maintained his innocence, claiming he too was a victim of the elaborate fraud. After a lengthy legal battle, Felderhoff was ultimately acquitted of all charges in 2007. The judge stated that while he was negligent, there wasn't sufficient evidence to prove he knowingly participated in the fraud. David Walsh, the founder of Bre-X, died of a brain aneurysm in 1998 before any legal proceedings against him could fully materialize. His death left another unanswered question mark in the unfolding narrative. The Bre-X scandal sent shockwaves through the global mining industry, prompting stricter regulations for geological reporting and independent verification. It became a cautionary tale etched into the annals of financial fraud. It exposed the vulnerability of even experienced investors to a compelling story, especially when amplified by market speculation and the inherent allure of gold. The jungle, it seemed, held not just secrets, but also a potent mirage. The Bre-X gold scam stands as a stark reminder of the human element in finance, the potent combination of ambition, greed, and the sometimes fragile trust upon which markets are